script.
But you have an idea of what you want to get in
sure.
early? How does
Absolutely.
that work? I'm just looking for sort of an education on
you
that
should.
process.
Everybody kind of has their own way of doing it. There's guys that Bill Walsh used to script like the first 15 plays,
Right.
of games, and everybody's, got a different way of approaching that and how they do it. But sure, everybody's got their thoughts on what you're going to do when you go into a game.
Coach Spurrier has the reputation, I think, of calling a game more on the fly and more by feel and being willing and getting away from maybe what the game plan was later in games than some other guys. Is that accurate, fair?
You have to ask Coach Spurrier that.
How much, when you go into a game, do you feel like, okay, I know what we're running, I know what our plan is, and this is the base we're going to run, and how often does that, or if ever, does that change based on something you see and you say, all right, to heck with that we worked on all week, we're going to these 3 plays, we're going to run them until they stop?
Yeah, you hope so. And you got to be good at something and have an identity.
Right.
Every good offensive team has an identity of what they do, and you're going to run those hell or high water no matter what defenses run. And I think that goes for everybody in the country that has an offense that works. And you always practice that all week, and what you hang your hat on. You got to have something to hang your hat on. And for us, that's been some different things, and then things change as games go. You got to be able to always change and make adjustments because somebody may do something different, especially in the opening game of the season when you don't have tape. You never know what's going to come.
Right.
First games are always a little interesting. First games are very, very interesting.
If you had to guess, or if you had to pick, what would be what y'all hang your hat on for the next 11 games? What would it be?
Well, I think we're still trying to figure out some guys in some positions too, of what we can and cannot do.
Right.
With guys, we had some injuries that came about during the game, but I think what we did do very well is we ran the football, and it was one of those games where they played kind of a soft defense most of the time, and running the football is what it took for that week, and we've been able to do that through the years when that's what it is, and we have a run box given to us. Running the football dictates the game, and that's the adjustment that has to be made. And we've been pretty good at it at times.
Yeah, well, speaking of running the ball, Jarrell Adams has a key role on that sweep to the right. How do you feel the tight ends did as far as blocking?
Jarrell had one of his best games he's had. In the second half, he was key in what we did in the adjustment there that we made for the second half. And Jarrell was very proud of him. He blocked very, very well, and that kind of goes unnoticed. Appreciate you noticing that because he did a heck of a job.
For his first game, do you feel that Connor did about what you expected and what he needed to do?
Yeah, he did. He did some decent stuff. He was the big key. When you have a young quarterback too, is what they do on third down. In third downs, he threw a touchdown pass on third down. He ran. He was our leading rusher at halftime. Had 47 yards rushing. They played cover one time and had everybody covered up. Didn't have him, and he ran out for 15 yards for a first down, and made some plays with his feet. So he hit third down conversion there and hit Terry over the middle with a play. Then he got another third down conversion on Terry and then got the penalty called against him. So, but had a very, very high grade on third down, and that was very encouraging to see in an opening game. Little nerve at the beginning, which is to be expected, but I thought overall, he did really well, running the football in the zone read, and pulled it when needed to, and fought through some cramps and big hit there, and then came back to finish the game. So showed a little toughness in there too, which was good to see. But he'll get better every week, and it's always good to get that first game under your belt.
Now, coaches always say first down's important too because you don't want to get in second situation. So how did he do on first down?
Well, yeah, depending on what we had on, a lot of times the second half we were a lot better.
Yeah.
Because we kind of got into a running mode a little bit,
right.
So we got ourselves in better down and distance. He had a couple third down, the 3rd and 17 when he ended up, rolling out there, and when he got hurt actually on one of those when he rolled out, and probably could have thrown that one away or just ran and gained 5 yards and get 5 yards for the punter. But we had 3 times we had over third and double figures, and we don't need to be doing that. That's not down in distance. It's going to be very advantageous to anybody.